Hello, my fellow foam flinging enthusiasts. It's Andrew, aka Dart Sweet, and welcome to another fun-filled foam flinging episode of the Foam Zone. Soundboard coming when we get a bigger budget. Welcome. If this is your first time joining us here on the Foam Zone, welcome. The Foam Zone is a bi-weekly live streaming show where we invite guests all throughout the hobby, foam flinging hobby, whether it be fellow foam flingers, designers, club admins, HVZ organizers, anyone with anything to do with the hobby. We invite them to be guests on the show and do a little get to know you, class 101. About who you are and why you love the hobby. So if that's something you're interested in being a guest on, please hit us up and send me a DM, and we would love to have you on. If you have not done so already, please hit that thumbs up, give us a like, subscribe, tell your friends, family. The World Foam Alliance main mission is to bring everyone together. We are currently working on a centralized hub website. The goal is to get everyone together where they can find where their local events are, or if there aren't any in their area, start their own club and connect and fling foam together. Also, resources for crowdfunding, ticket sales, merch, anything that can help you get your club going and out there. That's what the World Foam Alliance is all about. The website is under construction. I know I keep saying that. We'll get there eventually. So, again, appreciate everyone's patience, and thank you for joining us this evening. This evening is our annual pre-End War show. So, super excited to talk about End War. We'll get into that momentarily. But before that, just some quick housekeeping notes. We got a bunch of fun events still coming up throughout this summer season. Very busy. Of course, End War is this weekend. I will be taking off tomorrow with Boomstick Mods and Donut Cat, and we will be heading down to Charlotte. Super excited. I wasn't able to make it out to End War last year, but was there for 23. I've been saying it ever since then. It's a great show. It's a great time. Highly recommend everyone to go check it out if you're available. And I'm super excited to get a chance to get back this year. So that is this weekend, and we will be talking about the details during the show. And then August 9th, we have our friends from the Wisconsin. Turkey is hosting an event with the Wisconsin group. I think it's the Great Lakes Adventure Group Club. And their event is August 9th. So I will actually be having Turkey on the next Foam Zone to talk about that event. So that should be a fun one. And that is on the 30th of July. So, and along with that, we'll be having another guest for another event that I plan to be attending on later in August. And I think that's the weekend of the 17th. But that is APOC and BPOC, hosted by our good friends, the Uno Group and TNT Events. So that is our 300 FPS battle on Cousins Paintball Field. And that's followed up by our the number one casual competitive comp game there is, BPOC, on Sunday. And then I believe that Mall Mutation Madness has announced, so they'll be back in action. Goucher has announced an event, so they will be doing their anniversary event or something, I think. If you know what exactly that event is and that date is, please go ahead and drop that down in the live chat comment section, just so we have that. Oops. I hear me. All right. Yes. So, and then, oh yes, I also forgot to mention Talon Axe Armory, and Captain Xavier on the 26th are going to be in Tennessee at this arena event. Actually, their next guest is Devin Tilley, who will be talking about the Nerf arena that they're setting up in the event there on the next Get Off My Lawn. But I'll let you know more about that at the end of the show. But yes, so that's on the 26th of this month, and then we're back into August. APOC, BPOC, and then we are coming up against Goucher. Midsummer's coming up as well. Go Slow Taco, Rachel and Colin. So I believe all that information is in the Discord and online. And again, this is why we need the World Foam Alliance, so you don't have to go online and try to figure it out. You just go to World Foam Alliance and go, oh, event, boom, boom, takes you to Discord, and then you're all there. So, but anyways, and then Mall Mutation and Rag. Rag was announced as well. So lots of good stuff. So let's see who we have in the chat. We got General Strife. Hello. We got James, Talon Axe is in the house, Captain Shotgun, who we'll be having on hopefully one of these days. We've been talking about getting on the dates to get Captain Shotgun. We also got to get General Strife on here. But yeah, if there are any dates for any events that I missed, I know I always do, please drop them down in the live chat section so people have that information. I think that's it for the events that are coming up relatively soon. We have Endor, the Battle of Endor, which is the local Maryland event in the woods, but that's not until November, so no one cares about that right now. Let's see. Blasters. Any new blasters that you guys seen announced that you're super interested in? I got one, actually, that you guys may be super interested in. I'm not sure if I'm actually supposed to show it or have it, but sometimes you gotta take risks. I was lucky enough to get my hands on the brute here. I'll show it for a quick second so corporate doesn't send me an angry email. But yes, it's the Dart Zone Mark 2.2 essentially. So put together what you will with that, and make your own assumptions based off of that. Yeah, it's a mag and grip. Comes with 2 6-round clips. That's what this says on the box. A P-car for accuracy booster. Does have slam fire, which is really cool. And it looks like the plunger tube is a turnaround or something's going on different that's making it a little bit unique. The mag release is definitely much more solid than the original 2.1, so that's exciting. And I was chronoing it, and I was getting around 150 with nitros, so definitely performs and is up to par. So I think people are going to be pretty excited when that releases. And I think the release date is in the fall. I don't want to promise anything. We'll say August, September, October, depending on how things go with everything. So, but yeah, that's what I was able to get a chance to take a look at, and I'm pretty excited about. And I know they have the Primus Dart Zone's coming out. The Primus, and also what was the other one? Dart Zone, the box mag. So yeah, so that's what's coming out from Dart Zone. Still patiently waiting for the AEB from X-Shot. I know they had to push it back a couple months, either for waiting for the tariffs to come down so they can sell it cheaper, or something, or QC or something. You never really know, but again, super excited for it. I was playing with my AEBs last weekend in the hot indoor soccer field and was not having a fun time with soft darts. So I'm hoping that the X-Shot one plays a little bit nicer in the degree in the weather. Speaking of weather, who else has been really hot this summer? It's been extremely warm here. I think we've been pretty much 85, 90s since June. So if anyone else is having fun during this heat wave, raise a hand. Let's see. Yeah, Shotgun. I'm bringing the hat to Endor. We'll be there. It's how you'll be able to find me. If just look for the hat. I'll stick it on someone else and see if anyone actually goes up to them and thinks they're me. That would be funny. So yeah. So if there are any blasters, I don't see anything down in the Boxer Pros, what the Dart Zone blaster was called. But yeah, I don't see anyone mentioning. Where do you get one? Where you get everything else, my friend, Amazon. Just go on Amazon and type in anything, and you'll pretty much be able to find it on Amazon. If you can't find it on Amazon, you'll find it on eBay. Can't find it on eBay. Just try the TikTok shop. I've been finding a lot of garbage, good garbage, on the TikTok shop. Hey, awesome. Yeah. I've been getting compliments for the hat. I think I'm going to start wearing it as part of my identity. So, all right. I don't want to take up too much more time just babbling on about nonsense. But yeah, if you guys have any information regarding any events or blasters that you're excited about, please drop them down in the live chat section. Love to hear what you are what you've heard or are looking forward to. Also, any events, please let us know what events you're looking forward to or attending. Let us know the dates, all that information. Share the love. Let us know where you'll be this summer. Again, I'll be in Charlotte on Thursday, on Friday. So if you're there, come say hi. Which is perfect. Perfect chance to lead segue into our guest's introduction. Now, our guest has been on the show before, and so they are no stranger, hopefully, and we're super excited to have them back. But I actually had the pleasure of meeting them back at my first NWAR, which is in 2023, and again, great experience. I'm sorry, 2023, 2022, yeah, 2023. I get RIT and Charlotte mixed up. In 23, I had a fantastic time. My team was fantastic. I brought them on just as a regular guest just to get to know them, and here we are again a year later, and we are talking End War Shop again. End War 2025. Our guest is not only a moderator for NWAR, but they were also a moderator for Survival Fest, which we'll talk about as well. So they have their hands deep in the cookie jar, and it's probably a huge reason that these events for HVZ have been going extremely well, honestly, and it's a great time. Another reason I highly recommend. But without further ado, I would like to bring our guest on for the evening. Many of you already know, Werme, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. Thank you. How are you?
Good. Welcome back to the show. It's amazing how time flies. I feel like we were just here, yesterday. But no, it's been a while. But first of all, I want to say congratulations. You just got married, and the story is you just got married 2 days after being a mod for Survival Fest. So congratulations
You.
on getting
Thank
hitched.
you.
So. But Wormy, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself for people that don't know you? Go ahead, tell us about yourself and who you are.
Well, I'm Werme. It's my last name and what I go by for the Nerf community. Well, it's no longer my last name. Crap, I'm married now. It's my middle name now.
Woo!
um,
Hyphenate.
I've been in the hobby for over a decade now,
Wow.
primarily playing at UNC Charlotte. And then I became a moderator right after COVID. And then in 2023, we ended up modding End War, and we've been having it ever since at my university, and I've been working with Drac for that. But I love Nerf. I love the Nerf hobby, HVZ. And my big thing that I love to do is puzzles and props. That's why, like, that's my big thing. Whenever I go somewhere, I always bring my prop kit because in case they need anything. Um, but yeah, oh, I also have a kid. His name is Liam, and he's 3.5 years old, and he's adorable and really wants to play HVZ at some point, either side.
Really really adorbs and a very dangerous OZ little zombie terror if you're out there, got to watch out for the little ones. So
Yeah.
but again, super excited to have you. Thank you for coming back on. I wanted to have you on so we could talk about the details of End War and provide any information that is conducive that people should know about the event. But before that, let's just again kind of just reintroduce and get to know Wormy again. How were you introduced to foam flinging? What are your first memories? How did this all start? How did you land here? How did we get here? How did we end up in NVOR 2025 again after doing it for 2 years before that?
So my first introduction to foam flinging was back whenever I was a student at UNC Charlotte, 2014, so long ago. My first friends I made on the campus played it the year before, so they were sophomores and I was a freshman, and they told me about this awesome game. And so I went to it and immediately I was hooked. Like we used to have like 300 people games. That first game, I still remember every single night mission from my first HVZ event. It was that awesome. And I ended up surviving until the last day. I did really good at surviving a lot, but mostly because our campus let us like hide for the missions if we wanted to. So did plenty of that. And I actually stayed a player for a long time on that campus, even after I left the university, because they let us play, even if we weren't students. And then I actually did become a mod for a semester there, and then went back to being a player. But I was like, I just felt like I needed to be a player because I knew what I was doing, so I could show the other people what to do as a player, and then also because I could solve all their puzzles. So, yeah, that was really fun for me. And so with End War, so with the hiatus from everything with COVID, and we also had blasters on our campus banned for a bit. We got blasters back after COVID. We like worked with campus, got the workaround, so we have blasters allowed. It's just tactical gear, has to be brightly colored. And so with End War, it was really crazy because I just like reached out to Drac, and after the Florida thing happened, and within a month we had it like approved for campus, and we had End War 2023. And Drac told like he had to talk with me then about coming back next year so that he could have like an established place that he comes to. And so he came back in 2024, and he was like, yep, we're having it again. And so as long as I'm here, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have End War at UNC Charlotte, as long as the heat doesn't kill us.
Right. Which is great, because I think that's kind of the challenge, or was part of the challenge for some events and organizers early on, especially End War, is just kind of bouncing around and finding a location and a team that you can work with. But then, going to a completely new location every other year, new team throws in all sorts of kind of logistics. And again, I'm one of the organizers for Mayhem, so I understand and can appreciate everything that goes behind the scenes to bring these events to the masses, to the people, to have a good time, that I don't think people really fully appreciate or have any idea of what is actually involved to put these things on. But again, we do it because it's one of these few times we were able to get everyone in our hobby space together and to fling foam and have a good time, and it's always worth it. I've never been upset that I participated in any capacity at the end of the day. So so what is it about foam flinging, HVZ, or what is it about what we do that attracts you and that you love it? And here you are, you're alumni, and you started back in 2014. Here we are over 10 years later, that you're still in this hobby. What is it that attracts you and that keeps you here?
I love making something that like brings excitement for people. Like I love watching them try to solve like the puzzles I make. I love watching them try to solve puzzles and such, like watching them like try to figure things out. And making missions is so much fun for me. Like I like creating things, and when I have the time, I like to DM D&D, and I always feel like it's the same thing with this, except for I get to do live scenarios, which is way more like high risk, more intense and such. And so like being able to do that, making an event and that touches people and keeps it in like their lives, because like HBD meant so much to me when I was a player, and being able to do that for other people is huge for me. So I think that's really why I love Nerf so much, like the HVZ and such, like just creating that and making a good event and like great experience for players. I want like players to have fun, so like I will do everything in my power to make it fun for them, even if I'm not having fun myself.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's how it be most of the time, honestly. But that's the sacrifice. Really does. That's a sacrifice we make, and occasionally we'll sneak in some fun every now and then. So, but again, it's all fun, and that's why we do it. Looks like we have let's see, Xbox. Joe has joined us. We have Louis. Looks like they've joined us. Let's see. Looks like Kelsey has joined us. Dead Man's Phone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Roll call. If you guys are going to End War or any of the events this year that we talked about earlier, go ahead and let us know. I'm kind of curious where everyone's going. Again, we're talking End War. We have Werme on. Who is one of the moderators and who has taken on way too much work this year, it sounds like, from our pre-show discussion. And we are just talking, we will be discussing the details for the events. But yeah, again, we kind of do it because it was fun at some point, and then we wanted to have allow other people to have fun, and yeah, it just kind of evolves to this point here, and it's good. It's really good. Captain Shotgun, you're going to End War. Yes, I think you mentioned that. Make sure you come say hi. If you're going to End War, I may have something for you as well. So make sure you come stop by the Maryland Foam Alliance booth or Dart Sweep booth. I'm not quite sure how we're doing that. But yes, make sure if you're there, come say hi. Not a vendor at End War, but it's always a rad time at the convention. Yeah, absolutely. So let's see. When you're playing, what are your favorite blasters? Are you a sock ninja? Are you just running around? Are you hiding? What are you doing when you get a chance to actually play?
So I actually got to play recently. We went up to GCC. That's my first time playing in 6 years, which I didn't realize I hadn't played in 6 years till I went there.
Wow.
And I actually did bring a blaster. Usually I play with socks. I love my socks, having them. They're versatile, and I can't jam my throwing arm.
Yep.
Unlike blasters, which have always jammed on me. However, I did get a new blaster, and I wish I would have had the wherewithal to bring it with me in the room. It's the Insanity Blaster with the 72 darts.
Yeah.
And I love it so much.
It's really good for HVZ.
Yes, but the funny thing is with that blaster in particular, so the 72 round thing, it can fit over me. So whenever I was running around at GCC, I had a spare mag of it around my waist, running around, while also having the blaster with the other one. So I had like two things going on, and it just was really awesome being able to do that. I don't think I ever had to like use the one on my waist, but it stayed there the entire time. It was great.
Yeah, I was thinking. I honestly, I get those and I give them away as prizes or whatever. And then at some point I was like, you know what, this is actually probably pretty perfect for HVZ, just for the ammo capacity alone. And then you get two of them. Oh yeah. So I'm probably gonna have to pick up one.
They're fun.
So cool. Very cool that you got a chance to play. What do you think makes a good HVZ game?
Well, having good words as a player and a moderator now, having good briefings where you get all the information you need, super, like, I love having that, so that way, like, I don't have to worry about like things not going how I expect and such. So like briefings are huge, important, but also like the little bits and such that we do at times, like that's what people remember is the fun parts of it. So like as a player, I always remember whenever they did something silly or funny, and like as a moderator, I try to bring that to the games as well, because like I want players to remember and I want players to have fun. Yeah. And so having that, another thing that I think like that makes a good HVZ as well is making the missions so that players feel like they're accomplishing something. And that's always a hard balance to do, especially with like zombie numbers and players and who gets turned. It can be crazy. But like making it so, hey, we need to have a hold here, instead of just telling the players to stand around here, give them something to do while they stand around here. Like that, those types of things, just like placeholders for what you actually want, making one thing be accomplish three things instead of just one. That's why I love puzzles, making players do puzzles, because it makes a hold for a location without them feeling like, hey guys, I'm telling you to do a hold here. It's like the scenario, what is it, the word that I'm looking for? It just naturally makes it come about. I think that's the word. Um so yeah, getting the missions tailored. And so like you're having fun with the missions. You're not just doing the same thing over again. You get to have I like having some choice with the missions, like having that agency to like choose, okay, am I going to do this or am I going to do that? And yeah, having those options is so nice to have and offering as a moderator, offering it to players slash playing with it. And so that's what I try to do as well. And I'm trying to think of anything else because, like, yeah, like making sure the rules are pretty easy to understand, always a good thing because complicated rules get really complicated very quickly. And the fun thing about like with moderating is that if you find something doesn't work, you just don't do it again. And so figuring out what works, creating new things, and also just like recognizing that, hey, we shouldn't do that again. Or yes, this thing was awesome. We're gonna do it more, but make sure it's different so that it's not just the same thing repeated over and over again.
Yeah, yeah. I think you said it. It's really finding the balance and designing the game so it's fun not only for the humans but for the zombies, and then adding objectives and finding the balance of the game mechanics, which is always challenging. And again, that's what I'm always impressed with yourself and the Survival Fest team, and again the UMBC teams and everyone that does these HVZ games that I've been seeing. I think have really kind of, especially since COVID and since I think we're kind of in our groove now, have really kind of found a way to get the balance. I think part of it again is implementation of things like the ZIA is huge now. I think I
Yeah.
think the ZIA is fantastic in providing that support and network or whatever foundation for the zombies. So it really is just as fun to be a zombie now. And again,
Yes.
I can't stress enough, if you haven't done a starting zombie, there's no better time to do it than now because the game mechanics are so good. It's so balanced, at least in my opinion. And again, they're always going to be little small hiccups and everything. But again, we've come to the point where as moderators and organizers, I think everyone is able to adapt and adjust. And just, I've never gone to an event recently where people have gone away where they're disappointed for whatever reason, and delays will happen because of weather or game designs or whatever, but it's really kind of how do you adapt to that. And you guys do a great job of balancing it out. So again, if you went to End War at any other point and you were disappointed for whatever reason, please come back. Please come check it out. Play as a human, start as a zombie. It doesn't matter. It's, again, about being with the people. You're going to have a fun time no matter what. So at least that's my opinion. And I'll be there. So come say hi. But yeah, so let's see. Let's talk about End War, actually. Brief history of End War. I think everyone kind of knows the history of End War. Drac usually says it pretty well. I'm sure if you ask Drac, he'll be able to tell you. But basically, from the need of one event turned into another event and then evolved into End War is the short story of it. And here we are in 2025. It usually typically I think involved having, I think FPT was part of it originally on the first day, and then they roll, was it on the first day or was
Second
it
year.
always on
Second year,
second year?
2018, they introduced
Yeah.
FPT. So 27,
uh
17, and then 18, 19, 22. Sorry, I was trying to think of
uh
the years.
yeah, and then at some point they rolled out the Dart Zone Foam Pro Tour, which obviously led to all these other events for competitive play. But essentially, you have a full long weekend, all-encompassing foam flinging event. Friday being the Foam Con, which is vendors all throughout the hobby and community, and everyone can come there, check out, talk. It's super casual, but super fun. A lot of merch, lots of fun things to look at.
Oh, yeah.
But basically just a great chance to just kind of say hi and hang out and have some fun. But let's talk about FoamCon. What's going on at FoamCon this year?
So FoamCon is in a new location. I feel like we like to change locations every year. So it's in the Cone building, and we got this nice open room. Tables are going to go up all around it. We have so many vendors this year. I think we have more than we did last year.
Let's go over
And
the
so,
list. Let's go over the list. Let's see. We got the
yes, let
website.
me pull that up. It's
And
on the Endwar website.
and what's that website? Just so people will
H
get in the
yeah,
description too.
hvzendwar.com.
All right, so if you're by a computer and want to check out the website, it has the schedule, registration, the about us, and all that information. But
Yeah.
yes, hvdnwar.com. And FoamCon is on Friday. We'll just go over the schedule, actually.
Yeah. Would you like me to go over
FoamCon
it?
is on. Yeah. FoamCon on Friday starts at 10. Vendors usually set up, I think, a couple hours before. Typically, if you're a vendor, what time will doors open for vendors?
8.
8 o'clock for vendors and guests at 10 o'clock. Great.
And then we did design it so that FoamCon will end at 4. That includes blaster checks, HBG check-in, and free play. However, we have an outside organization doing a PvP event, and we have requested that they hold the finale until FoamCon ends. So that way everybody who wants to see the finale of their PvP tournament can do so.
Let's just go back to FoamCon and we can talk about the comp event after that. But who do we have? Who's going to be vending over at FoamCon this year?
Of course, we have Containment Crew,
Hexgen
Design. Yep, it's a classic. We love seeing them there. Hexgen Designs is going to be there.
Nice.
Captain Shotgun Industries, Merge Masters, Sunshine Dart League, Detroit Dart Works, the Maryland Foam Alliance, Atlanta Blaster Club, Not Enough Nerf, Definitely Nat Talks, Virginia Foam Company, Aethernaut, Griffins and More, the PTC, HPZ, and Bobcat Blasters, Old Fusion Design, Survival Fest, Spuds Table, and also yourself.
Hey, I made it. I did a late registration. I wasn't quite sure what I was doing. So, but yes, we'll be there. That's a great lineup. So, HexGen was over at BlasterCon for the Maryland one. Really cool stuff. I think they were only doing pre-orders at the time, so I'm hoping to see maybe some finished builds available for purchase. We'll find out. But yeah, Spuds, super excited to see Spadoni again, and Griffins and More took my money last time, so not too excited to see them again this time. Just joking, Eric. But yeah, Griffins and More will be there. Containment Crew. Hopefully they'll have some End War wheels. The Sunshine Dart League, Orca Company. And I forgot who else you mentioned, but yeah, that's a great lineup. So that's going to be fun. So. And then blaster checks will be taking place at the same location and registration.
Yes. So registration will be like right outside that room. And then we actually have blaster checks happening outside in a shaded area, which is actually right underneath the building. This building is very confusing for new people. It's why we made a map for just that building for how to get there. So,
and all the maps and resources and everything can be found on the NWAR or hvznwar.com website. And I highly encourage, if you have not done so already and you are planning to attend, oh, there it is. And you're planning to attend, to join the Discord, because the Discord will have some information, and I believe the mods are active in there and should be able to point you in the right direction if you have any questions. So I believe the Discord link is also in the on the website, but you just go online and find it, or someone will have the link for the group. So but yeah, so let's see, where are we located? Because can we go back to the map real quick? Because I know 2023, we were at the
Union.
Union Center. That's right. So where in relation
So
to
if you're
that?
looking at it, you see that orange area, the building underneath of that next. Oh man, I gotta remember what they put it as. The Belk Gym green area. That's Cone. I think he labeled it too with the foam that foam con would be there. Yeah, if you zoom in on it, Cone University Center. That's that building right there. And
Uh,
that's yeah, if you go down a little bit, it's that square Cone University Center. It also includes that patio area and then that L-shaped building right below it. That is all Cone.
all right. Well, if you have any questions, just look for Cone, and then just look for a bunch of the weird people walking around campus with blasters, and they'll send you in the right direction.
Yes.
But yes, highly recommend taking a look at the map and getting acclimated with the campus. And I got to say, again, if you've never been to Charlotte or UNCC, campus is absolutely gorgeous. Uh, yeah, if you've never been there, you should be in for a treat. Parking, anything we should know about parking?
Yes. So parking on Friday, we do not have it. It's not free on Friday, unfortunately, for campus. It's $5 for the first hour, and then it goes to $1 every single hour after that. We do have signs for pointing in the direction of Cone parking deck, which is the best deck to park in because it's right beside Cone. So we have a bunch of signs going up around campus that'll point you in the right direction. So if you get lost, just drive around. You'll find a sign eventually to get
Great.
there.
So paid parking on Friday if you're planning to go to FoamCon or the PvP event, and it's $5, and then free parking for the remainder of the weekend. Let's talk
Yeah.
about the Virginia. They rebranded. I believe they were the Hampton Roads Nerf Club, but the Virginia Tony. I think it's Tony. Tony with the Virginia Blaster Club
The
have
Virginia
graciously
Foam Company.
Virginia Foam Company. There we go. Have graciously volunteered to take over or subsidize the FPT event. So FPT is no longer an official event with End War. However, the Virginia Foam Company has decided to volunteer their time and efforts to set a competitive comp up, essentially. So, what information do we have regarding that?
Yeah. So players can register for the Virginia Foam Company's Foam Pro League before 10 on FoamCon Day. So they're allowed to get there early to register and such. And then they're going to be located outside. It's going to be in that Belk Gym green area. So it is visible from Cone, but it is outside. And their rule set is pretty similar to previous year's rule sets. We helped them. They had their own rule set. We took it and helped them with it a little bit and then gave it back. And then they presented it, and it looks pretty good. I am not as familiar with with PvP as I am with HBZ. However, as the campus liaison, I am overseeing them with their event part of it as well, even though End War is not over them, or like it's not under the umbrella of End War. It's still something that I have to oversee in my capacity as End War, as the liaison for campus.
Sure. Absolutely. So it sounds like if you're interested in playing, you got to register. We'll send you in the right direction for that day of, I'm assuming, once everything is confirmed. But please be patient, just still figuring things out just because they're not officially a part of it, and we'll make things work. But I'm super excited. I'm hoping to get a chance to compete. We'll see how things go time-wise, see if we can get Team Ramrod back up and running. I believe the rules is a send zone. I want to say is normally FPT rules. So essentially, just trying to get a player through the gates, opposing gates. But always a lot of fun. It is outdoors, so it will be hot. So plan accordingly if you're planning to play. Make sure he'll hydrate. Bring some snacks. Bring some shade. If I'm out there, I'll do my best to see if I can record some type of stream or something like that. But again, really kind of depends on the situation and the day. But I'm super excited. And again, thank you for the Virginia guys for stepping up and taking it out. Tony, I do have to apologize for not returning your messages. Just life and everything. We'll figure things out eventually. So
Yeah.
But yes, that's great.
Yeah.
So also going to be an opportunity at FoamCon for casual play as well.
Yes. So we have casual play. We have somebody that's going to oversee that. And we have a few games lined up for it, like classic, like PvP games. There is one game that I made where it's basically you just have to like hold the line. So you're just facing off against a bunch of people coming at you, and you can't move. So we're hoping that also helps new players with whenever they get into like a HPZ situation. That way they can figure out how many zombies they can handle on their own. So whenever they play the next day and that night, they'll have a better idea of how many zombies they can handle as well. And they get practice not moving from that spot.
Very cool. Is that going to be inside, outside? And that's
Outside.
Next to Cone as well?
Outside. And that's going to be in the Star Quad Green, which is north of the Cone building. It's also right within view of it as well. So that'll be happening there. There may be one inside game. We're going to have to wait and see on that one. But if it does take place, it'll be in after hours, which is a room in Cone.
And any blaster restrictions or FPS caps for this play?
It's the same FPS caps that End War HPZ has.
Fantastic. All right. So if you want to get a little warm up before Mission Zero starts at FoamCon, feel free to bring your blasters. You got to register them anyways. You might as well kill two birds with one stone. Get some warm up, and join the casual field and get some play time when you're at FoamCon. And the FPS cap will be following the HVZ rules. So 130 FPS cap limit, except for specialty ammo. I'm not sure if you guys are doing that. We'll go over that when we talk about the actual thing. But yes, so so that is FoamCon. That's day one, full day. Sounds like it's going to be fun and hopefully not too hot. But then, before we go on, let's see if you guys have any questions regarding End War or anything in general. Please go ahead and just drop them down in the live chat section, or if you just want to say hi to Werme, go ahead and holla. If you have not done so already, please give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Let's go ahead and talk about the main event, HVZ End War, Saturday. Tell us about it. First of all, do we have a theme? I've been so out of it. I just have no idea what's going on. What's the theme?
The theme is Arthurian legend medieval times.
All
we are sending everyone back into the medieval ages and with all that entails as well. So we have a king, we have a queen, we have an evil witch, we have a lot of different things. We have a Merlin and we have territories as well. Straight from ancient England times as well. So we're very excited about the theming. We have all the outfits and costumes and characters, and it's really exciting watching it all come together.
Very cool. And I gotta say the first one or the last one I went to was Greek mythology, and now we're doing medieval. So this is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
So there is a Mission Zero on Friday evening. If you want to participate, again, get a warm up. We want to explain what Mission Zero is just for people that don't know, just in case. I'm sure everyone watching does, though. But
yes, and I can also explain the weird thing that's UNC Charlotte's Mission Zero. So Mission Zero is basically a test run mission. So you come, you play, and then everything resets the next morning. So if you get turned into a zombie, it's no sweat. You get to be a human the next day. And so with that, with the mission itself, we started later in the day, so it is going to be a night mission. And so we're going to brief right before You go out there. You get to go out there whenever it's a little bit cooler in the day, hopefully. And the other thing, the weird thing about the Mission Zero, though, is the fact that we are basically asking players to leave all their stuff in their car because the building closes after we send them out. So we're sending players out of the building, and then the building locks up for the night. So whenever they get back, they have to just get back to their car.
So
Granted,
staging for Mission Zero, keep at your car essentially is what you're saying.
Yes, yeah, they're
Gotcha.
gonna want to make sure they have everything they need because when they leave, they're leaving the building for the night. So I just wanted to make sure that was important. Also, fun thing, if they stay until after midnight in the parking lot, they can get out for free.
Nice.
Yep. So we love
Well,
that.
work the system. Nice.
Yeah, honestly. So, and we have our mission briefing and we have skits and such we're doing. So everyone will get to be experiencing what they're doing on Friday if they come to it.
Great, excellent. And then back to Saturday. Briefing starts at what time?
Saturday, the briefing starts. That is an excellent question. We love
Which is why we have the website and the schedule.
I should know this off the top of my head. I made this schedule.
There's too much stuff to know, Werme.
The mission briefing starts at 8 p.m. So that's the time that we want players in the building, in their seats, seated and ready to go, is 8. And we have check-in for that evening / blaster checks is starting at 7. So players can come back after the break of the day, after FPL has finished, they've gotten dinner, they can come back, check in. They only get to check in one blaster at this time because we only have an hour before Mission Zero starts. So please check in all of your blasters during FoamCon, not during the night mission briefing. And then we'll start the mission briefing and get everybody out of there before the building closes. And mission will end at midnight. Even if it's still technically going, it will end at midnight.
That's a long Mission Zero. All right, make sure you get your rations and everything you need for that 4-hour mission.
It probably won't be 4 hours. We just made sure there was a hard cap.
Well, if the zombies do it right, it shouldn't be.
It should be an hour and a half. Hour and a half. Please don't make me stay up until midnight. Please go and get turned into a zombie so you can experience that and have it reset.
That's fair. And then Saturday. Saturday is kind of the main event. We are doing missions 1 through 3. We start at what time?
Mission start at 9. Not 9. Sorry, my bad. The first mission is 10:30. That's when the briefing is. 10:30 is when we start. You'll have like 2.5 hours to get everything set up because the building opens at 8. That's when we're going to be there. And we have safety briefings every 30 minutes running continuously. So players can get their safety briefings and get their blasters checked, register if they haven't registered. Players get their bandana after they go to the safety briefing, but they get their player card whenever they go in and register / check in. So that's where they get their ID cards, and then their bandana comes with finishing the safety briefings. So we make sure they get both.
Excellent. And what should people know? Anything specific people should know about Saturday? Again, parking or anything, navigating campus, where briefing is.
So parking, the best place to park is in Cone. I do believe that they can park in the non-visitor parking then. I might need to check. And if I do have an update on that, it'll be on the website and on Discord. Those are our 2 main ways of communication. So if you don't have Discord, I highly recommend getting Discord and using it for End War, as it is the fastest way to get a hold of us as well. And so with campus and how things are there, they very much do not like having blasters out indoors. And so we managed to wrangle that we could have blasters out in the rooms that we have. You can shoot them in the rooms that we have, but they don't really want us to have them out in the hallways. And so you'll notice signs asking you to stow away blasters whenever you get there. And that's because they want them stowed away. Don't worry about missions, though. Whenever you go release for missions, you're totally fine. Please don't stow away your blasters just to walk 5 feet to get out. But at all other times, though, they really would like to have blasters stored. They're not super strict, but I would really appreciate if players stowed away their blasters when they entered cones, so I don't get yelled at, because I'm the one who would get yelled at. So please no. And with campus as well, you can have blasters outside as long as you have a bandana on. If you don't have a bandana, you cannot be seen holding a blaster. That means you're not registered, and campus is very strict on that. We're the moderators ourselves. We're very strict on that because of how our campus is. We had a shooting back in, 2019? And while we have gotten nerfed back, that's one of the main reasons why we have the rules that we have in place. Like blasters, they have to be brightly colored and look like toys. Tactical gear has to be brightly colored and not look like tactical gear, essentially. So, like, you can have your tac vest. That's why SCRD is so great. They have their colored vests and such. But when it comes to, like, having that black attack gear with your camouflage and all that, that's not going to fly on our campus at all. If it looks like camouflage, you can bring it, and we'll give you duct tape to put all over it to make it comply with campus.
Yeah, I think a good rule of thumb is if you have a question about it, it's probably questionable. So again, just be diligent, be aware of the history and circumstances of the campus and everything, and just be sensitive to your surroundings. And most of all, be respectful. Everyone here is a guest. It's not our place, our campus. So please play by the rules and have fun doing so. But yeah, I don't think there's any contention. I know, again, originally, just because it was a new location, there were some questions and everything regarding that. But being at the third year, I think at this time everyone kind of understands the dynamics of the situation. So
yeah, I tried to change buildings so we could get Nerf indoors, and turns out it was the same person in charge of that building too.
Yeah. So let's see. Any questions? Nerfimus has joined us. Let's see. Mothacorn is here. Nice. Let's see. Question from Louise wanting to know. Maybe our audience can answer this. What's the best way to What's the best way to keep your 3D printed equipment from melting in your car? Especially if you're at Endwar and you're parking in the parking lot. Park in the shade. Just park in the shade. Roll down your windows. Don't bring 3D printed blasters. Injection molded only. I don't know. Those are my recommendations. If you guys have recommendations or ideas, go ahead and drop those down.
Honestly, if you're worried about your 3D prints, don't park in Cone Deck. The visitor parking lot is not shaded, unfortunately. But the Union deck is not that far away from where it is, and that deck is shaded, so you can definitely park there and walk over, or you can park in Cone where there's a whole lot of sun. Or, radical thing, you could not have a 3D printer or printed parts.
Yeah. I specifically am taking, I am doing a blaster spread, but I'm trying to limit the amount of 3D printed blasters in anticipation of the North Carolina heat that I'm about to endure.
Yeah.
So just something to think about. Plan accordingly. I mean,
yeah. I will say the BAM. So my husband just recently got a 3D printer. It's actually like the one that's over there. And the first thing we printed off, I accidentally left it in my car for a week, and it's still intact, fully functional, still working. So some of them still hold up with the heat really, really well, because like I was not expecting the piece to be intact. I also left some other stuff in my car for a month, and it's still intact too. So you never know if it'll be intact or not. And that's with my car getting to over 100 degrees in it. So not that bad.
That's the gamble you take. And the great thing about 3D printing is you can always print it again. So,
hey, hopefully.
Hopefully. But yeah, hopefully it's not a sweltering, melting situation like it was in 2020. We were talking before. I remember I participated in Foam Pro Tour 2023 outdoors. and it was 98 degrees, but the heat index was 110 that day. And I actually am about to release the video, part of the Better Late Than Never series of that day, and I think you'll be able to see the heat translate through the video coming through.
Honestly, like the fumes were coming up. That's why last year for Foam Pro Tour, I got an indoor venue. Like that was like if I'm booking the venue and having my name on it, it's gonna be indoors from now on. So if FPT comes back, it's indoors. If FPL goes well, then and they need me to schedule next year, it's gonna be indoors because this heat is awful.
Well, I hope FPL goes well. Again, I'm always looking for any opportunities to get a chance to compete myself, and excited to see another competitive opportunity come up. So thank you again, Virginia Foam Company, for stepping up.
Yes.
So Saturday, so 3 missions, and then what time does mission 3 end?
So mission 3 has a hard cap of midnight as well. With the 3 missions, we spaced them out so that players would basically have to take a break because we don't have free play between missions. So if you look at the lovely schedule on the website, hopefully, you'll notice that most of the missions run for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And that's very intentional of the daytime missions, the 2 first ones, mission 1 and mission 2. Mission 3, however, due to it being at night and us having the nighttime making it not as hot, that mission does run until midnight. And the mission is planned accordingly with that. So you get to have night play on the campus, but that's why there's so much spacing throughout the day, is to sort of force players and moderators as well to stay inside and not get heat exhaustion.
Yeah. So why don't we roll the slideshows just so we have some stuff while we're talking about the event. Yeah, it sounds like basically the schedule is based on pacing everyone based off of the weather and kind of past experience of what people can their threshold and what they can endure. Make sure we don't have too many tap outs early on, and make sure everyone is rested and wants to come back and play and not just sit out and come back for the final mission as a human. Yeah, you know who you are.
Yeah, and like we made sure that like the missions during the daytime hours, if there was any forced holds, which we tried to cut down on, especially for those ones, because forced holds in the sun is not exactly what we're looking for players to have to experience. We have the shaded areas we utilize. Like we specifically found all the shaded areas in case we needed anyone to hold anything. Oh, look, that one was a fun mission. Sorry, that was a fun one for me.
And as you can see I took these photos from this is from 23, but you can just tell the campus is gorgeous. Like the campus is amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah. So mission 4 and 5 are on Sunday. And how does Sunday schedule look to play?
Sunday's a little bit closer together because we wanted to try to end before 4. So we have the first mission briefing is at 9 and then runs for roughly an hour and a half. Or sorry, that one actually runs for 2 hours. My bad. And then we have final stand, which will run until we want it to end, roughly. And then, of course, whenever we have the mission finishing up, we have players coming back inside because there's no reason to stay outside talking in the sun. Also, those photos going through right now are for this year, by the way, as well. So
yeah, these are the more up to date, and these are our mods and our mod teams. I'm assuming that we have. Let's talk. Or your props that you're very proud of as well. Yes. I know you are a prop master, but let's give a shout out to so you guys kind of did a rebrand or I don't even know what we'll call it, but we'll call it a rebrand brand from the original group that you were, but we're now going by the Charlotte area Team Tag is the group, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. And again, kind of co-hosting this group along with Drac for End War this year.
Yeah, so COG was running up until the end of December, and COG had been in place for well, way longer than I've been in the Nerf. And honestly, it was time that like we started over again, if I'm gonna be honest. We found it over 10 years ago, so yeah, it was due. And so one of our members actually started their own Nerf club this January, and that's the one that's taken over working with the event as well. So they graciously worked with me to make this event happen. I will say that for the Charlotte area team tag, they wanted to play and experience the event because they have newer people in it as well. So they let the infrastructure that we put into place for End War be in place, remain in place. And so for End War this year, we actually charted up a like constitution almost for the moderator team because we have Drax team, and then we needed a team together to run and make End War because our cog when it did exist was very small, and even Charlotte area team tag is also very small in their player count, so by themselves they couldn't run it on their own. And so we drafted our constitution for the people helping Drac with Endor and did mod interviews, did the whole thing. And so we have a pretty good team of mods, and they're not all from UNC Charlotte. They're not all in North Carolina at all either, but they're all like putting in the effort, willing to help, and working really good in their areas that they're been assigned in for like the creation process, because we also outlined how that was going to go. And oh boy, did we stick to it. We had everything done in January.
Nice.
Design
Nice.
wise.
Yeah. Yeah, I think people will be glad to know. Again, you have your team, but you've also brought in some other experienced team members from Survival Fest and other areas and things like that. So it should be a good time. And, COG had a good foundation, but things evolve and things change. And here we are. And Charlotte area team tag has now taken over the reins and now is doing the collaboration with Drac for End War. So, and again, I think it's good to have just one. Not always, but in some cases, it's good to have a good solid foundation where you can go back to have the same team and build off of previous. And you kind of said it, you're working off of the foundation that you set in place before, and that means you did it right. So, and it can only get better. So. If there's anyone in the live chat that has any questions for Wormy regarding End War or just in general, please go ahead and drop that down. We are getting to that point in the show. But yeah, let's see. Anything else that we should talk about specifically for End War that we didn't touch on?
Yes, actually, if you're so we actually have a thing this year. We like to call it a gimmick. Yeah, as Shotgun was asking, how does the theme affect gameplay? We actually have a big gimmick this year called territories. So when you saw that map of campus, it was in 4 parts with like a little area in the middle that was orange. And that's because we have side quests going on while there's the main quest. So anytime players are on a mission, they can start doing side quests. And so each of those territories, it has a pillar in it. And most of the side quests revolve around that pillar and basically taking the pillar down. And so what that does for each territory is we call them supers down here, but I know they're called specials everywhere else for like the zombies specials. And so each territory has their own uniquely designed special for that territory. And so whenever the players do the side quest, they do it with the hope that they will eventually complete all of this side quest and get rid of that super. That's the only way to get that super to stop being in the field. But they're going to be there for every single mission until they get them out of the way. So If you're going in the blue territory, you have to deal with the Bunzerker, which is a fun super with 2 axes who throw something and then charges towards it. We definitely drew inspiration from the 2017 Monty Python game that they did with their killer bunny that they did. And then there's the pink zone, which is the lawyer, which I think is the one people are most hyped for. My husband is very excited because he's going to be playing it, so mostly he's going to play it for most of the missions. And then we have the Plague Doctor, which does throwables, and we have the Holy Monk with a dash. It's not HOLY. That's very important. Um, and the Holy Monk just like sets down respawn points through as laid out in the player handbook, which goes over them way more in depth. But making those props for them was so much fun. Um, I had way too much fun designing those and then adding things to the costumes as it kept going.
Speaking of costumes and props, I know that is your thing. I don't know if you have any available, but maybe just give us a quick sneak peek of what we can expect this weekend, if it's possible. Maybe a
Yes.
glance. What do we
So,
got?
funny enough, you say that. I made sure that I had 2 props visible behind me this whole entire time. So, if you look over here, I have the top of the pillars here. So if you're looking at it, you can see those. And then sitting on top of those pillars here, I have a. I'm not even gonna say what it is. Players will find out what it is, but that's one of my favorite props. Is that one right there? We also have. I just moved everything out of here, which is hilarious because I was trying to get it organized. But we have this killer bunny that Ray bought, and I don't know where it went, Ray. I'm sorry, but it's the killer bunny from Monty Python. It's a little small one, and then we have a gigantic one for whenever other people are playing Bunzerker. So yeah,
Very cool. Well, I am super excited for this weekend. I know everyone is probably packing or getting things ready or already taken off or already en route. If you are attending End War and you're in the live chat, uh, go ahead and let us know so we can look forward to seeing you. Let's go ahead and Wormy, where can people find more information about yourself, the Charlotte area team tag club, and also End War?
so we have the website, which we have referenced hbzandwar.com. That's where you can find all the basic information, tenets. We also have like a this is how the game started. We have the gallery, which includes a lot of your pictures actually from 2023.
Nice.
And yeah, so it also that website includes the parking information for campus. It also has, well, hopefully you've already booked your hotel, but if you haven't, there's all the hotels in the nearby area listed on there. There's also the listing of food areas nearby with those addresses as well. So if you're looking for places to eat, instead of just typing in food, you can go on the website and all of them are listed there. We also have our Discord, which is how we like to run things nowadays. And so with Discord, that's the where players are going to be chatting, and if anything happens with the game, like during the game with emergencies and such, we have an urgent channel specifically for that. We have the space in there for the PvP tournament, people to work on the game, and then also like those playing can go in there as well. And so I really do like Discord with the dynamics that you can have for it as well. And if anybody wants to get in touch with me, Discord is the easiest way to do that. I do have my email. I just don't check it as regularly as I do Discord. And so, as for finding more information about me, yeah, there's not a lot of places where you can find more info on me, unfortunately.
No worries.
Well, fortunately, actually. um, so yeah, the Charlotte area team tag. I don't believe they have a Discord set up, but if you want to reach anybody there, of course, the Endwar Discord is a way to do so. The COG Discord is kind of being discontinued at this point due to the fact that COG no longer exists. So yeah, a little sad, but it was time.
It is time. Well, again, I appreciate you coming on. Some of you don't know. Again, life was happening, and I begged Werme to come on just a few days ago, and time kind of gets past you, and you forget what month and day you are, and yeah. So, but again, thank you for coming on such short notice. Always a pleasure having you. Super excited to see you this weekend, and super excited for End War as a whole. Again, if you guys have not gotten a chance to experience End War or any kind of large scale event, I highly encourage you to go check it out. If you've played Humans before, but never done Starting Zombie during HVZ, highly recommend trying that out. Game mechanics are a lot of fun. They're balanced. We've come to a place in time where the game is a lot of fun, no matter which way you decide. So if you get a chance to join us, please do. We will be back here next Wednesday with Get Off My Lawn with Captain Xavier and Al the Geek. They will have Devin Tilley, who has a new Nerf arena in the Tennessee area, and they will be hosting an event along with Xavier and Talanax. So I think they'll be talking about that. And then I will be back next or in 2 weeks with our next guest. It's going to be Turkey. We'll be talking about the event going on August 9th with the Wisconsin fellas. And we should also have the TNT and Uno crowd. Zelkos, Goot, and Rogue Contra to talk about APOC and BPOC. And then, yeah, that's it. Again, appreciate everyone joining us this evening. Hope you guys had fun. If you're going to End War, looking forward to seeing you there. Come say hi. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. Everyone be good, be excellent, and don't forget to dart sweep. Have a good one, guys.